Hello, I'm Father Michael Green. First, I want to thank you for extending the invitation to discern a call to be a nominee for the Bishop of the Diocese of Springfield. And I want to thank my nominators for their prayerful consideration of how the Holy Spirit is calling us all to journey more deeply into the heart of God together, and how our lives might fit together to serve that purpose. The reason that I agreed to take you up on that invitation is because in all those conversations that I've had about this possibility in recent weeks, and in all the material that you have so carefully put together, I've sensed the presence and the peace of God. Over the past weeks, there have been many, many times as I've thought about this in my prayerful reflection that have made me yearn to follow God's call into this discernment with you, to see what's there. Maybe the first point that has resonated is simply that Central Illinois is home for me. It's where I grew up. It's where I served my first parishes. It's where my family's from. It's where my children were born. And particularly the Diocese of Springfield is full of familiar faces, familiar congregations, familiar territory. All of that makes me feel very comfortable, very much at home. For quite some time, I've been drawn to statement on your website called the Vision Statement for Mission. I've used what has been articulated there in order to help form and grow ministries where I serve. Because that notion that we must be where the people are if we're to effectively proclaim the gospel is near and dear to my heart, and I believe in the effectiveness of that approach. I also believe in that our identity is as one church, one family, spread out in a variety of locations. Also that we can be salt and light for the world that Jesus has called us to serve. I was also deeply touched by the articulated desire for a pastor who would live and work among the people of the diocese and genuinely share in their life and worship and ministry. Having had some experience in leadership in a small diocese, including one where we had a part-time bishop who was not always resident among us. All of that gave me a deep conviction that the ministry of the church is in the communities, and the bishop's place is with the people of the clergy where he or she serves. Beyond all that, I am passionate about teaching the faith. I'm passionate about embodying the servanthood of Christ in community. I'm passionate about helping to form people into their vocations and then to live into the ministries that those vocations shape. I'm passionate about bringing people together from diverse viewpoints and backgrounds in order to celebrate the unity that has been won for us by Jesus Christ. Your diocesan profile really resonated with me in each of those points and more besides. Ministry these days is challenging. It feels like we've gone into uncharted waters. The good news is that which unites us is much greater, much stronger, much more powerful than anything that might divide us. The church in the Diocese of Springfield, I believe, is nothing less than the temple of the Holy Spirit. And in everything that I do, I strive to be attentive to where the Spirit is leading. It's been the source of all the greatest joys and the biggest adventures in my life. And now I can see the Spirit of God at work in you. Thank you.